Alright, ladies and gentlebeans of the Scribe Tribe, welcome back to another episode of Galactically Challenged. I am your boy Scribe, and today we have a challenge featuring our favourite poster child of the quarter, and that is the Hutt Cartel. We're going to be facing off against none other than the Modifiers, and I can promise you this, Gear 8 on your 3 marquee characters is still sufficient. Let's get all of these feats done in just one battle. But first, how about we take a look at the modifiers? Global modifiers are part of the tribe. Don't forget that you too can be part of the tribe by just hitting that subscribe button down below. And while you're there, tell me how much you like my bald head and my mustache. I love Movember. Okay, so part of the tribe, we get the Rally the Tribe ability, which is what I just did. When it's used, it's a special ability that each character has. It's got a shared cooldown. Whoever uses it, whatever type they are, if they're an attacker, if they're a healer or a supporter, if they're a tank, they'll give various bonuses to the rest of the team. Very, very useful for both attackers and tanks. I find the heal and the support one not quite as useful, in my opinion. And yeah, there it is again. So we've got the lovely permissions buff. If you don't know, if you have not watched my other Galactic Challenge videos, then you should not know this. But hey, it means our Hutt Cartels can't die until the leader of our Hutt Cartel allies loses 100% of their protection for the first time. If you go below and heal back up, your allies will die. But as long as your leader has not dropped below 100% protection, your allies cannot die. It's perfection. It is perfecto. Bellissimo. I love it. It is the possibility for us. So, the Mandalorians have the code, which you'd think is incredibly annoying. And you would be right. They have a code that they live by. I don't judge. It's each to their own as far as I'm concerned. But essentially, whenever they get attacked, they are going to be gaining a stack of clan loyalty. That gives them stacking 1% max protection, counter chance, and negative 1% damage penalty when assisting. So basically, when Maul uses their attack, they're gradually doing more and more damage. That stacking protection is the main issue. The counter attacks is annoying, but the stacking protection makes it a little bit tricky to deal with. Because if they stack too high, they just become incredibly thick. Now, the enemy team consists of Maul, Bam, Bo-Katan, ISC, Champion, and our girl Sabine Wren. Now, this Zeta over here on Bo-Katan is the main issue, guys. She's got that Zeta, and that means when they attack out of turn, they're going to be recovering health and protection. With that stacking max protection, that becomes a real problem. So she's priority number 1, but we'll get to that in a minute. Feats. Win with Hutt Cartel. Yes. Then we need to win, scoring 3 critical hits in a row during ally turns. Completely easy, completely feasible. And then we need to complete the battle after attempting to inflict damage over time 30 times. Now, all of these feats can be done in one battle with a Hutt Cartel team. And you don't need gear levels on your marquee characters above gear 8, like I've got. You don't even need them at 7-star. You need the Zeta on Bouchlayer. Just get it. Just do it, guys. We're going to have these Hutt Cartel faction Galactic Conquest Challenge thingy feats of the year for the rest of your knowing lives, I think. So just put that Zeta on. It's worth it. Okay, but if you're just coming here for other feats, if you're just looking for the critical hits in a row and you're just looking for the damage over times, I'm going to cover them in separate teams. So hang around for that. It'll come at the end of the video. Let's break it down, though. Let's go into our Hutt Cartel team. Alrighty, so let's run through modding for the team. I've got a Hot Utils loadout for Hutt Cartel Galactic Challenges because it just makes my life easier. The team we're using is a Cad Bane lead, the 3 marquees, so that's Skiffguard Lando, that's Bouchlayer, that's Kassantan, and I'm throwing in Boba Fett. So, Cad Bane, modding. You're just looking for all of the protection in the world, basically. I've got mine at 108,000 protection, which is sufficient. You know, he's got a bit of speed, but not crazy amounts of speed. And that's all that really matters for Cad Bane. You need him to stay above that 100% health. If you can throw a bit of potency on him, all the better, but he should be okay thanks to his payout and thanks to his leadership ability. You know, that's giving us essentially 150% additional potency. Okay, let's look at the next important person. I've got Boba Fett over here, and I've got him incredibly speedy, but honestly, in this particular GC, I don't think it's necessary. You're not going to be AoEing, you're not trying to get out there and get the ability blocks out of the gate, so you could probably afford to slow him down, but it's still useful to have him fast because he can ignore the taunts, and he can call Bouchlayer to assist with her Zeta, when he does that, so you can help spread the thermal detonators. Under a more lead, they pass the taunt. It gets a little bit more frustrating to deal with. Bauschleyer over here, as you can see, I've got speed and potency. She's only gear 8. She's only 4 stars. She's got 1 Zeta. That's all there is to it. 270 speed, 132. It's no great shakes to get this sort of speed, I suppose. If you've got a little bit more investment, then all the better for it. What have we got? We've got Skiffguard Lando over here. He's at 248 speed. He's running a crit damage set. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think I've just tried to get some fast speed sets on him. His abilities don't matter so much. Well, his mods don't matter so much. And Kassantan over here, again, 247 speed. He's got a bit of defense and protection, but honestly, it doesn't matter. He's not going to die. He's there to permataunt. If anything, you'd maybe want to throw on a bunch of tenacity. But all the same, at this star level and this gear level, you're probably not going to get his tenacity to a point where it's really going to be impactful. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out the strategy. Okay, let's do this live for the Scribe Tribe. There are a couple of nuances to this particular battle that we need to address. First of all, we need to kill Bo-Katan, as soon as possible. She is going to keep the enemy team alive, and if we don't kill her fast enough, then she's going to cause us all sorts of issues. So, a couple of ways we can do this. First turn, I like to go ahead and use the execute from Boba Fett. That's going to call the assist. Next turn, we've got Kassantan over here. We have to use the event special ability with him. That's going to pass foresight to the entire enemy team. So when Bo-Katan throws out her grenade, it's going to miss and nobody will get dazed. Perfecto. We need to make sure that our Bauschleyer is constantly attacking out of turn. Use Skiffguard Lando's second special ability to put Retribution on Bauschleyer. She'll assist twice then, putting a bunch of thermal detonators on our boy Beskar Mando. There's a little bit more. The stun, it's not that important. There's the dodge. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Next up, we've got just a little bit more. So, do not use the AoEs just yet. We want to go back over here to Bo-Katan. She's only got 1 thermal detonator on it. That's not really enough. How many she got now? Only 3? That's not really enough. Let's just keep on going. Back over to Bo-Katan. 7 thermal detonators. Now we're looking a little bit more pretty, I'll be honest. So I think what we'll do here is he's got 14. We're definitely not going to kill him just yet. What are we going to do over here? What are we going to do? Let's just make sure we kill Bo-Katan, get the assist. So over here, she's got 10 thermals. 10 thermals should be more than enough to see her off completely, okay? Let's go ahead and just basic over here on Beskar Mando. He didn't take his bonus turn, which is great. Let's see, how many has he got? 18 right now, that's looking good. Basic, basic. Okay, so here we go. We've got 21 thermal detonators on Mando. We've got 10 on Bauschleyer. This is where we use our big thermal nuke. Let's go. Ooh, we didn't quite kill Beskar Mando, but we did certainly get rid of Bo-Katan. So that's the first most important step. All right. Let's go ahead and use the second special ability here. Next up, we want to try and get rid of Sabine Wren. Let's go ahead and use the event special, get some foresight on the board. I know not everybody has it right now, thanks to that buff immunity. Let's see, can we get a nice big execute over here and throw some thermal detonators? Grenades for everybody! All right, let's see. How many she got? 4? 4 isn't really enough. Let's throw a couple more on her. Now I'm feeling a bit more comfortable about the whole thing. And looks like our boy Bam over there was in a bit of bother, but then he just recovered all his health, which is a little bit frustrating. So, key thing to note right now, we need to make sure we get ability block on Bam so he doesn't go ahead and use his damage immunity ability. That would be incredibly annoying. Then the last nuance that we have to deal with is how to deal with a lone Maul afterwards. So let's go ahead and start throwing additional thermal detonators. We won't get the assist anymore, unfortunately, but that's okay. Alrighty, so how many thermal detonators? We've got 6 here. Yeah, 6 on her, 6 on him, 14 over there. I think we should kill ISC and Sabine Wren here. Beautiful. So just left to Bam. Bam can be a bit of a tricky customer, but we just have to keep the faith. So get the ability block. The ability block doesn't land on Bam because Bam is immune to ability block. Don't worry about the ability block. Scribble nose kits, honestly. Yeah, so it can be frustrating if he does go ahead and uses his damage immunity ability, because we can end up wasting, unfortunately, a bunch of things. We can waste a bunch of things, guys. We can waste a bunch of thermal detonators. Let's see. Let's see if we can get that stun out. Beautiful. Yeah, let's just basic here. We want to try and stack up all those thermal detonators once again. Yeah, we can use this here. Alrighty, it's probably better to use that with actually using that on BWGoH, so she attacks twice. Twice as many thermal detonators is always a good thing. Come on. It's a good job this battle is 15 minutes long, because otherwise we would be so dead right now. Alrighty. I love the fact that we can't die. We're just waiting right now, waiting. There's the damage immunity, unfortunately. That does mean we're going to end up losing a bit. I'm going to go ahead and use Execute just to get rid of that. Do not use the stun ability with Cad Bane, because that's just going to turn back his TM. Let's go ahead and start getting our thermal detonators up. We need to get back around to Skiffguard Lando to try and get him to use his Retribution ability to get our BWGoH layer counter attacking once again. Okay, he should be out of damage immunity now. Is that right? Yeah. So let's use the event special here. Go ahead and throw some thermal detonators on our boy Bam. Now we can use the stun. Let's put the Retribution on BWGoH. Calls her to assist, which is lovely. But more importantly, we got Retribution. So when Maul uses his AoE, we're going to counterattack to put additional thermal detonators out there. Bam is an annoying, tricky customer. We're not dealing enough damage so that whenever they're gaining a stack of that code, or whatever it is, clan loyalty rather, he's actually gaining more max protection than the damage we're dealing, which is funny, but hey, is what it is. So here we go. We should counterattack now with BWGoH layer. 8 thermal detonators is not enough. Let's keep on throwing them on. 9 thermal detonators, still not enough, but, you know, she can potentially throw 2 on, which is what we want, but doesn't always work out, unfortunately. Yep, let's just basic here. You do have to worry about that, because if he does actually land those hits on him, my god, you've got enough attacks there. You can lose the stacks of protection, the 100% protection on your Cad Bane, which is obviously not ideal. So 12 thermal detonators, still not quite enough. We're going to use this over here. Throw on more thermal detonators. Let's see if we can turn back time on him. Not sure how many he's got right now. How many has he got? 14 thermal detonators. What we want is the ability from Skiffguard Lando again. How many has he got? He's got 15. Let's go ahead and blow him up now. Goodbye, Bam. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay, let's go ahead and save this execute right now. You want to try and get the execute just before we've stacked up a bunch of thermal detonators on this guy. So, same concept again. We need to try and get that retribution on our BWGoH layer. That's what we're going for right now. Retribution on BWGoH layer. There's that potency down. Unfortunately, Maul is always going to basically have max stacks of anguish, which means he's always going to be increasing our cooldowns, which is very, very annoying. What are we looking at here? Yeah, let's use the event special here. It's going to cause call BWGoH to assist. Turn back time a little bit. Throw a thermal detonator. And he's just going to heal back up. This is all about timing at this point. All about timing right now. Sure, execute. We need one more turn for Skiffguard to put that retribution over there. So long as he doesn't increase our Skiffguard Lando. There we go. He didn't increase the cooldowns on Skiffguard Lando, which means next turn we should be able to put that retribution out on Leia. Well, actually, no. I mean, he could still do it, I guess. He could absolutely still do it. Yeah, he's increased the cooldowns. This is frustrating. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot we can do about this. We just have to hope. We just have to hope that we can actually get to a point where we can use this this ability to get that retribution on her. This is the frustrating part of this particular matchup, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and throw the thermal detonator. He's got 5 stacks. Come on, Maul. I mean, the shock is nice, I guess. It's kind of like having heal immunity. I don't want him counterattacking my Cad Bane, so I'm going to use the event special there. What do we got here? Okay, so let's just basic to throw some thermal detonators on him. Oh, good. If we can just get a turn with Skiffguard Lando before Maul goes, we might be okay. Turn back TM, hopefully. Hey, there we go. Put the retribution on Leia. This is our opportunity now to try and get some winning stuff on him. Don't use the event special. Sorry, don't use her second special. You want to stack the thermals. So just basic. Let's go ahead and call the assist here because I want to throw more thermals on him. Basic. Okay, and how many has he got? He's only got 5 right now, so let's keep on throwing them on him. It's actually more important that we get a lot of thermals on him rather than try to blow them up, because that happens. So about 5 to 7 thermal detonators should be enough to see off Maul. Tricky customer, but it can be done, even with trash gear Hut Cartel goes. Whew! All right, but that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. We can go over how to get critical hits and how to do damage over times without having to use Hut Cartel. You'll get all the feats done with that one particular team if you did it exactly like I did. But if you don't have that team, I've got some options for you. Don't worry, your boy Scribble has got your back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's a really easy way of getting 3 critical hits in a row without worrying about anything. We're going in with Traya, we're going in with Malak, Nihilus, Moff Gideon, and Luke Skywalker. I know it's a very odd mishmash of units, but there is method to my madness. I might be bald, but I do have some brain cells. So the idea here is Traya and Gideon set up a really good combo where the enemy's damage is basically reduced to almost nothing. Thanks to the nuances of the leadership and the demoralized debuff. With Luke over here, his AoE, this repulse ability, will put vulnerable onto all enemies for 2 turns. An enemy that has got vulnerable will always be critically hit. You see where I'm going with this? We get this AoE stun off, everybody is always going to be critically hit. Fantastic. Reduce everybody's turn meter. We'll go ahead and sure do that. Malak over here just makes it very irritating for the enemy team. Let's go ahead and get that. I don't actually want to deal too much damage to Beskar Mando because we want to actually put the isolate on him. Now that he's isolated, as long as he's still the strongest character on the team, he will be having the taunt from Maul's leadership. Forces taunt onto the healthiest ally. So long as we don't hurt him, they can't taunt. Which makes life very, very easy for us to start going around and annihilating everybody we want to. Most importantly, I think you can imagine we're going to annihilate Maul, guys. Let's be honest. So do not attack Beskar Mando once he's isolated, because we want to make sure that he's the healthiest ally and is always going to be taunting. Attack other people all you like. Their counterattacks is actually just weakening themselves, which is just beautiful. And it makes for a very, very easy battle, truth be told. We're about to get our Annihilate off, and we can get rid of Maul. It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, you could probably just put it on auto and win. Very, very easy. Guaranteed AoE critical hits. Guaranteed Annihilate on Maul. Nothing to worry about, even when it gets to a point like this. You can control the team incredibly well. You don't have to worry about the taunts, you can stun them, and your Nihilus is getting so juicy double thick thanks to annihilating people that they've got no hope in the world of actually killing him. 2 more turns for our boy Nihilus. Let's go ahead and call him in. Yep, Luke calling in the Sith Lord Nihilus to attack. It's an odd comp, but trust it. And we've got Malgus just Malak speeding up the situation for us here with his life drain. Really, really easy, guys. A monkey could do it, and that might be a little bit insulting to monkeys. I don't know. Those assists, again, killing ISC, basically. Let's do a mass assist here. And I think we've actually got an Annihilate coming out of our boy Nihilus next turn. So, booyah, bam is gone. Really easy. Really, really easy. Try it out for yourselves. Let me know how you get on. But while you're there, guys, please do hit that like button real quick. I put some effort into making this video, and I'm here to help you guys get your red box as easily as possible. Do me a favor and just give it a little like. Help us go up in that algorithm. Thank you so much. Okay. Alrighty, so damage over times. We're going with EP, Darth Vader, Mara Jade, our boy Malak, and our boy Thrawn. Very, very nice. Very, very juicy. So yeah, those of you that are familiar with the setup, quite straightforward. You want to wait for them to attack Malak like that. Honestly, I don't recommend using the drain straight away. The same reason why you don't want to deal too much damage to Mando when you've got Traya in the team. It's the same principle here, except you want to try and get the fracture off on Beskar Mando. That's going to put us in a better situation. Now we can go ahead, start getting our thermal detonators, our damage over times, okay? So we can basic Beskar Mando, we can go basic over here, go basic over here. Actually drop that Force Crush here, so he can't counterattack. Basic over there. Lovely jubbly. Now we just need to use our boy Malak to start draining people's life. That's what he does so very well. Let's hopefully land the mass stun. Beautiful. Sabine Wren somehow evaded. But that's just her, I guess. Let's throw this out. We will eat some counterattacks, but not loads. Malak, you need to trigger that extra turn, mate. Spreading that shock. Here we go. Let's drain Bo-Katan once. That's not going to be enough to kill her, so let's just attack. Let's see if we can get that stun out. Not quite. Spread that mass tenacity down. Good. Who's got all the turn meter? Let's go over here. Throw this out. Good. She's gone now. How rude. Obviously, Malak being in this team does make things very, very easy and convenient. He is going to control the team quite well, because they usually crit, and when they crit, they're going to get stunned, which is just beautiful. Even works, by stunned I mean feared, it even works on Maul over there, which is great. So we're just going to slowly build our way through. We've already hit all of the damage over times that we need to hit, thankfully. Yep, let's go ahead and fracture on Bam. We could go ahead and drop a fat stack here and go into Merciless Massacre. Yep, that's pretty standard behavior. Yep. Oh dear. Well, that's not ideal to lose him there. Unfortunately, you do kind of want them a little bit more controlled before going into Merciless Massacre, apparently. Let's just do the mass assist here. Shock him. Shocking behavior right there. Stunned. Tenacity down. Beautiful. We've nearly got him. We've nearly got him. Now let's swap over with Papa Palps. And keep increasing your cooldowns. Yeah, I definitely want to leave him feared right now. Hang in there, buddy. Malak hanging on by the hairs of his chinny chin. It's a metallic chin, but it works all the same. Let's go ahead and fracture. Stun him, please. Thank you. Oop. I was really hoping he'd have the... excuse me. That he'd have his life drain available. Just like that. That's what I'm looking for. Just to heal up. There we go. So now, again, it's down to timing. Fortunately, Malak taunts very, very effectively and does control this maul very, very easily. So there we go. We got the damage over times. I know it's a little bit messy, guys, but it does work. It does work. As long as you don't lose your Darth Vader or your Malak too early, you should be golden. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all of the feats done and dusted for everybody forever. Yay! Like, where's the marching band? I don't understand. Anyway, that is a great start to my weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. And I hope you're looking forward to a wonderful weekend. Hope everybody across the pond had a wonderful Thanksgiving. So all the best from me, and I hope to see you all in the very next video. Peace out.
Just giving a quick shout out to my patrons. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And without your support, I wouldn't be doing this today. Thanks so much.